I waited for an hour for the doors to open. I'd never waited in line to get into a movie before, but just like everybody else in that theater, I could not wait to see Batman Begins. For those who might be interested, Batman is my favorite superhero, and Christopher Nolan's brilliant work on screen is the origin story of Bruce Wayne, who is Batman. Origin stories in graphic novels or movies are followed closely by all who care for their favorite heroes. Everyone wants to know where their champion comes from. Origins and outcomes are great concerns in my teaching. For instance, I have colleagues in public university that do not believe what I believe. However, we all agree to basic outcomes like practicing justice, equal rights, freedom of speech, and a desire for world peace. Those ideals are all the outcomes, the results of what comes at the end of any teaching. But it is usually the origin question where my professor friends and I might disagree. As a Hebraic Christian thinker, I am most concerned about the source or the cause of everything. To me, everything begins in the Bible's book of Genesis. I think the best explanation for the results we desire comes from the God whose original intention was for the good of His creatures and creation. It is the question I ask of those who may agree with good outcomes but disagree about where those come from. And then there is the question of ethics. How do we know the ethical way to get to the outcomes we desire? Well, over the years, I've reduced the idea to this mantra. Knowing where you've come from and where you're going to helps you know how to live now. Origin stories matter. It might not be a bad idea to start in Genesis, and you won't even have to wait for the doors to open. For Truth in Two, this is Dr. Mark Eckel, president of the Comenius Institute, personally seeking truth from the original account of all origin stories, the book of Genesis.